this was woods. And they cut it all down. So apparently there's been a lot of flooding or so. Not recently, but where apparently the town got fined. So they had a plan in action to address the situation. And they were going to cut down all the brush and trees that were less than 4 inches. But I think there's 115 trees that were cut in addition to that are larger than 4 inches. So you can see some of them are actually measured on the top. There's a 5 down there. I don't know what those are. But a lot of the community is upset about it and having protests today with the tour going over why this is not really an ideal situation here. It's pretty much the road is paved with good intentions, I'll say that. Everybody means well, but it just didn't turn out for the best. And then there was a stop order put in place, but the work continued, and then the work actually did stop. But yeah, this is such a public place, and it's such an eyesore now that it got a lot of attention. And it's a very popular place. This is called the Greenway. It's a pathway that goes around the whole town, and it's usually very lush and green, and a lot of cover and foliage, and it's all gone now. And we are registered or something like that as the Tree City, so it's just kind of shocking that we'd be cutting down trees when we have that status. So yeah, and we kind of came down here, but we're not really hanging out with the crowds. I mean, everybody's trying to social distance, but I don't want to take too many risks. I just figure just another body to add to the display that people are here. But yeah, it's crazy. Like, now you have all the traffic that's open. I can still hear the river, but the traffic's much louder. It's not really a nice thing to look at. Yeah, I mean, we used to come down here, sit on the bench, listen to the river. Pretty much the town is saying that as they open up, it's gonna let the river flow faster or something and cause less blockage up here. And the counter argument is, well, all of that blockage is going to come down further downstream and flood that area down there. There's plans to put rocks all along the banks here and then cover it with grass. And the counter argument is what we had was actually a perfect ideal. Apparently we used to cut these trees all the time until I think 20 years ago, and that's why all the trees are not like really, really thick. And then we stopped cutting the trees so that the banks could build up. And all of a sudden, we're like doing just the opposite of what was intended. And then the arborist had planted a willow tree a while back, and that was cut down, so they weren't too happy about that. So, yeah. I'm not sure, I don't know if all of that on the other side is still there because of the stop order. I see there are smaller trees that are cut in that area across the street, across the creek. Yeah, but when I first saw this, my heart just sank. I'm like, oh man. But and then I started look at all the articles coming out, And then I think that the council is claiming that there's a lot of misinformation out there. That seems to be the buzzword as of late with politics. So there's like the tree steward. There's like 5 or 6 different groups of like natural resources. People relate to nature. You got the Appalachia Trail coming through here, and everybody is up in arms about what just happened here. I think the Shenandoah Valley, something with them. So, and I know there's trout that come through here too. So, and this is only supposed to be 4 inches at most. So I know we stock trout along this river. I don't know if it's in this specific area here. So, the state actually participates in some way to contribute to this river with the livestock that's in here. Just see how thick these are. I mean, I look at the camera screen and it doesn't do it justice. I mean, these are regular large trees. I'm confused why this tree stayed here and those 3 there, yet all of these down here, I don't know if they were just barely out of range. It's very confusing. What's going on, Mr. Teddy Bear? I mean, the main thing I remember about this was quiet, serene. I mean, you could hear the traffic, but it just wasn't as loud. It's more noticeable over the river. You can't really sit there and relax anymore. That's 5 inches. It's 9 inches there. So that would have been fine. That went in smaller. What'd you find, Mr. Teddy Bear? Oh, yeah. Somebody's gonna lose their home. There's big ones down there. Makes you wonder why'd they leave this one? There's that bench down there. This is where we used to hang out, listen to the river. Now you just hear all the traffic. What's interesting is all this trash from the road's going to blow into the river. We were already seeing stuff, beer cans. So usually the brush catches all this trash before it gets into the river. Then people are able to pick it up as they walk along here. Used to be trees all over.